Good morning. This is Brenda McMillan with United Real Estate Queen City. Today is day 9 of my 30-day challenge, and I wanted to talk about some do's and don'ts when you're on your road to home ownership. We talked about hiring a realtor, an ABR perhaps, accredited buyer agent like I am. We talked about getting your loan or getting your credit where you could get a loan. And then we talked about the home search. But today what I want to talk about before we go further, because we've talked about writing the contract and sending it over to the seller and the seller agent. While you're in that process, you've gotten your pre-approval, everything's good with your money. Here are some do's today that I want you to continue doing on this process. You want to continue making all of your payments on time. You want to make sure you have a paper trail. This is really important. Make sure you have a paper trail of all the monies that go into your account. I had one client who had gotten a bonus on his job, and the creditor wanted to know, well, where does this big sum of money come from? And it was a simple explanation, but having that paper trail is key because you don't want any money going into your account that you can't account for as to where it came from. You also want to make sure you keep all of your pay stubs, your bank statements, your tax forms, all of those things. Keep them in a handy place so that when you're asked to produce them, you can. Another thing you want to do during this period is ask questions. You may have a loan for a certain amount of money, and you may not want to use that amount because using that amount would put you over your monthly payment that you want to make. So just because you can get a certain amount doesn't mean you have to. If you want to back it up, you need to tell your agent that so that you can look in the correct price range and you will have the payments that you want and not get into payments that you can't afford. Another thing that you want to do is make sure you document your earnest money. You want to lock in your interest rate. Those are just some of the do's that you want to do while you're looking for your home. So once you have that pre-approval, don't do anything that would hurt that pre-approval. And tomorrow what we'll do, we'll talk about some of the don'ts, some of the things that you do not under any circumstances want to do once you have your pre-approval. So that's my spiel for today. Tomorrow we'll talk about the don'ts. I thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you, and I want you to know that if you have any questions or if there's anything you would like for me to cover, please make sure you put it in the comments below, and I'll make sure I cover it on one of my sessions. This is Brenda McMillan with United Real Estate Queen City, and I'm the key to your next home. See you tomorrow.